Hey everyone, I'm Kristy Jo, and I'm here to tell you part 2 of some information about contest prep. So today I want to share with you something I go over with my competitors. It's extremely important that you understand there's a hierarchy of training when you're getting ready for a show. Now keep in mind that when you are starting your specific, like I'm in contest prep, you need to define what part that is. Most people's understanding of what contest prep is the cut phase, where you're purposely putting your body in a deficit in order to shave off body fat and really shrink wrap that body, show all your muscles, okay? However, you can be in contest prep. Well, we technically we call it out of season, right? But that's when you're purposefully trying to develop and refine and to build your physique, meaning the musculature underneath the body fat. It's very important you understand that if you are serious about being competitive in a bodybuilding of any category, competition, that you need to have the physique developed before the cutting begins. Okay, because something that's very much misunderstood by newbies is that you are catabolic. Okay, you're going to be catabolic. When you're in a caloric deficit, you're losing muscle. The thing is, you just want to make sure you give yourself enough time so that you realistically, week by week by week by week, you're not putting yourself in too much stress, too much expectation of your body of how quickly you need to shrivel down, because the faster you cut down, the more muscle you're losing. So ideally, there's nothing magical about a 12-week prep. There's something magical about you having a body that can realistically, week by week by week by week, prepare for the stage. So that's why it's important to really have somebody who knows contest prep and knows what bodies are supposed to look like at X number of weeks out, be there to guide you through the process so that you're not looking like you're ready to step on stage at 7 weeks out. Good luck maintaining that and not killing all your muscle and shutting your metabolism down. So anyway, make sure your physique is developed. Once you're in that window of time that you are cutting, and it's a very strategic, progressive expectation of, about 1% of body fat per week, 1 to 3 pounds per week. It is going to slow down. I've had people slow down and not even change weight from like 6 weeks out. Their body continues to change and they step on stage looking whatever X number of body fat they need to get to. But don't just look at the scale as the determining factor of whether you're ready or not, because if you do that, you're going to be sadly mistaken. You don't stand on stage holding a sign that says, "Hi, I'm this % body fat and I weigh this much." Yeah, I mean, you turn that in under forms, but the fact is the judges are looking at your body. So it's, what does your body look like? Okay, here's the hierarchy. I don't know if it's backwards or not. It probably is backwards, but that's my hierarchy. So number 1, nutrition consistency. Okay, what that means is you need to keep your body in the environment for fat loss. That means you don't go off your plan. Okay, contest prep is not lifestyle. It's not, oh, I'm eating strategically and wisely and I can have this and I can have this. Like, no, you need to stay on your plan. Okay, if you're not there mentally to be a competitor yet, you need to wait. Okay, so number 1, so that your body doesn't have any stopping points and you can keep the system, the progress of dropping your body week by week by week by week. Right now, for myself, I probably look like I'm 10 weeks out for me, what I would expect of my body. So anyway, just so you have like an idea of that. Okay, number 2, cardio tapering. Okay, what this means is this: your cardio should not at 12 weeks out be like 60 minutes every day, morning, night. Like, I see that all the time in other people. I'm like, what the freak? You're going to kill your metabolism, and how the heck are you going to maintain that with your life? No wonder people think contest prep is insane, because you're showing them it's insane because you're misinformed and uneducated. So the key being, let's start you out at a moderate amount. What I do with my clients is we have a weekly number of high intensity minutes that they're going to spend, and then we have a weekly total minutes of steady state minutes they're going to spend. And every week I'm budging up those numbers in either column, probably by 10 to 15 or 20 minutes, so that it's a tapering of increased caloric output through the cardio. And as we slowly are dropping their food too, that's how it's systematically preparing the body for the stage. I tell them, even if, because I distribute that, their steady state, their HIIT, all to be strategic with their lifting and such, But I tell them, okay, let's just say it's one of those crap days that happen. And yes, they happen whether you're in contest prep or not, and you just are feeling like garbage. I would rather you get in there, stick to your nutrition, hit your cardio, and get out of there, go get sleep, or do whatever you need to do, manage your life drama, than to be like, but I didn't get my workout in. Get a halfway workout in, not hit all your cardio time. No, it needs to be the other way around, because you've got to keep your body on that fat reduction process. Again, this isn't about building a physique. The reason we lift and the reason we even need number 4 at resistance training is to maintain the conditioning, the tone, the look of the muscle, as well as to continue breaking down the muscle tissue, so that as you're flushing it with amino acids and your protein that should be very consistently 2.5 to 3 hours apart and such, that you're able to resynthesize to the maximum to retain that muscle. Especially in a glucose deficiency, which any contest prep is going to be either slowly dropping glucose, which is your carbohydrate numbers. And I really like that approach. You do that when you've given yourself enough time and you're dialed in mentally. Most people haven't done that, so we have to go this way, which is more manipulation of nutrition, things like carb cycling, things like ketosis or ketogenic dieting. That's because you didn't give yourself enough time. So you don't have to do it that way. But anyway, where was I going with that? Yeah, if you're in a carb restricted state, which you're gonna be, whichever side of the equation you're on. Someone outside is building a house right now, so awesome, perfect time to record. Then you, I don't know where I was going with that, totally distracted me. So anyway, moving on to number 3, supplementation. Oh, this is what it is, because when your body is in a glucose depleted state, then okay, it's looking around for active energy, because your brain needs glucose and your muscles and your energy output, like that takes glucose, okay? So as you're living your life and you're not getting enough glucose, then second source of glucose for your body, guess where it's looking? Muscle tissue. So unless you are supplementing yourself correctly, you've got the glutamine in your body, you've got your branched chain amino acids, but there's a little bit of debate there with, if you're in a ketogenic state, in a carb cycling state, it's not optimal to be doing branched chain amino acids, but then you're in a totally different system. So anyway, you need to be timing your protein. You need to, for the sake of having the amino acids available for your body, it's almost like buffering that muscle tissue and saying like, don't come here to break down muscle tissue for glucose. Instead, bypassing to most of the extent. Obviously, I already told you you're going to be catabolic. You're going to lose some muscle, but the slower you go in terms of the caloric deficit, hopefully you're not hitting more of a deficit than 800 to 1200 calories a day through food and exercise. That's going to be a very healthy systematic progression to preserve as much muscle as possible. So you come in looking full instead of like totally drained and like depleted. So third source, you're going to oxidize your fat. Okay, you're going to have your body go into the stored body fat that you're trying to reduce all across your body. No, there's no spot reduction. It's literally like sucking you down a layer, millimeter at a time. So when you don't see crazy progress week to week, don't get alarmed. It's more like you need to see progress from every like 2 weeks. You should be able to physically see that pulling in tighter, tighter, tighter. If you're worried about a spot, guess what? That means your whole body needs to go tighter, tighter, tighter. So that means some parts, like on women, this is going to get skeletal looking to get your butt in. Point blank. It happens every time. So, and you'll have people say, you look under eye thick, are you okay? Yeah, it's part of the process, and make sure you understand the process. And if you have a coach, I've often had to write letters or let people know and call people and say, look, I'm coaching this person. We're very aware of your concerns. Let me explain some of this to you. And it's just the fact that they don't know. Okay. So anyway, if you get weird people, that's that. So make sure that you are keeping your body in this environment. Okay. Hierarchy of importance. Now, obviously, if it's on here, it's important. Don't you dare think that number 2 or number 3 or number 4 isn't important. What I'm saying is in crisis mode, when those days happen, then prioritize good, better, best. Because if you're expecting perfection of yourself every single day, you're going to give up. Okay. And there are times and places to give up. And I would actually say, let's pull out of this show. This isn't the most optimal time for you. But sometimes it's called resistance because life has resistance, and doing things that you want and having a dream and chasing it, that's going to give you resistance. So what are you going to do? Give up just because you encountered a little bit of, it's hard and things at work are tight and, just whatever it is. No, it means you need to think strategically and you need to keep your priorities in check to keep your body moving. And that is it. So make sure you're giving yourself enough time. Make sure you understand the process Contest prep should not be haphazard, go as hard as you can, kill yourself to get on stage. The people who do that burn out, can't do it, and they don't look good. Okay? This should be, I'm not saying it's easy. No, I'm not saying it's easy. But in terms of the approach and the mindset behind it should be very calm. And it should just be, you do what you need to do for today, another step closer. Okay? If you're not there, be sure to get a coach. You need one. Yes, this is an expensive sport and hobby. So my feeling is, don't do it till you've saved up enough money to get your suit, to get your heels, the posing, the tanning, the coaching. Don't do it halfway if you're going to screw yourself up just to get there. Okay? So that would be my recommendation to each of you. All right, that's it. Come find our team on Instagram. It's at Team BodBeasts. So I coach people in any category. Well, not any category. I coach bodybuilders, men's physique, women's figure, and women's bikini. I don't coach fitness competitors. I'm a dancer, but I don't choreograph fitness routines. So it bugs me because no one points their toes correctly or has beveled feet, so I can't even watch those routines. Ugh, kills me. So I think that's all for today. Okay, take it one meal, one workout, one day at a time.